This is Yonan for one thing. Today we're going to be talking about simplicity. Rebbe Nachman tells us that no sophistication is necessary to approach God. With simplicity, basically we need to approach everything that we do in our lives with simplicity. Simplicity is higher than everything else, says Rebbe Nachman. And we don't serve the Creator with sophistication. He's not interested. He's not impressed even. With simplicity, we need to learn to live a simple life. Talk to Him with simplicity. Like they say, putting the cards on the table. Papi, I'm angry. Papi, I want a wife. Papi, and everything in between. You can talk to Him if you're angry. You can talk to Him when you're happy, when you're sad. It's very, very important with simplicity, without sophistication. Very, very important. Sometimes, though, we can be fooled, and that's actually the Sichot Haran that tells us, how can God hear you if you don't complicate yourself, if you don't become sophisticated? And that's a big lie. When we speak to the Creator, we need to do it in our own words, in the language that is easy for us. For Rebbe Nachman was Yiddish. Some people it's Hebrew, some people it's English. Myself, I do it in Spanish, in English. Some people could be Sulu. Doesn't matter. With simplicity, very, very important, very, very important to speak to the Creator with simple words, and come to Him with joy, but with simplicity. And to bring to Him everything. I think a lot of times we don't pray because we don't believe. How can it be that easy? How can it be that easy? That if we stop to the Creator, Hashem will answer us. And a lot of times I think we spend money and time unwisely because we didn't exercise Emunah with simplicity. How can it be? How can it be? In my own experience and HITBODEDUT, and I want to teach you this is very important. I write down a lot of times my prayers in a little book. Not necessarily in this one, but and then as I daven for items, as I daven for things, one by one, the things that I ask the Creator become reality. One by one, they become reality. So I'm becoming more and more convinced that a lot of times we pay for things, we purchase things without Emunah. And sometimes it's not even the thing that we need. It's wasteful. It's totally wasteful because it seems too simple. It seems too simple. How can it be? Would I have to bother God? I don't want to bother Him. And all this nonsense, the Creator wants us to speak to Him. In the Torah, the commandment to speak to the Creator, which is serve Him with your heart, is a very important commandment. We need to exercise it. Before we do anything, before I go to the mikveh, and I'm standing in front of the door of the mikveh, I ask the Creator, Papi, allow me, please, Papi, to go to the mikveh. Please, Papa, allow me to come in and allow me to come out. When I go to do my HITBODEDUT, and I go for long walks, Papi, allow me to go there and to come back. Speak to me, show me kindness, help me to express my feelings, help me to express my heart, to pour my heart before you. And again, I have a list of things I ask the Creator. Physical things. Many of my books, Baruch Hashem, about 90% of my books, I got them because of HITBODEDUT. A lot of things I got because HITBODEDUT is one of the greatest gifts. And Borei Olam wants us to use that. Simplicity with Emunah, with HITBODEDUT equal Hashem response to you. It's that simple. It's not rocket science. But I think a lot of times we complicate ourselves. And I'm not telling you the stories to entertain you. I'm not here to entertain you. I was speaking to a friend of mine, a rabbi actually, and he loves to hear my stories. And I'm happy to tell him my stories, how Hashem provided for this, I needed this, and Hashem helped me here, And he said to me, you should talk more and more about your experiences on HITBODEDUT. Yes. And when I asked him, how is your HITBODEDUT? He goes, no, I don't do that. Not my cup of tea. You know, I don't understand. I scold him a little bit, because Borei Olam expects us to pray for everything, to use Emunah in everything. Again, we have many things in our lives that we didn't pray for and we don't need. And sometimes those things weight us down. They don't help us to advance in Emunah. They are anchors that sink us into lack of Emunah, the opposite of Emunah, unbelief. So Bezat Hashem, you exercise your simplicity before the Creator. Anything that you have that was not prayed for might not necessarily be good for you, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. And again, this is not a video to entertain anyone. This is a video that you should go and take yourself out to go and daven and fight it. It's that simple. It's very simple. Zero sophistication, serving the Creator with joy, speaking to the Creator about everything with simplicity. Zero sophistication. Why do we need to sophisticate ourselves? You think to yourself, I gotta work 40 hours a week so I can buy XY. Probably. Borei Olam wants you to be busy. But at the same time, maybe if you only pray, Hashem will give it to you. That could be as simple as that. And that's when you require simplicity. I recommend to you, Bezat Hashem, that you actually write down the items that you need and daven on those things. And daven on those things daily. Every time we daven, every time we speak to the Creator, we're creating reality, so to speak, like Lego pieces. And we're building items with our prayers. Each item has its own price on prayer. And as we build those things, they will become reality. I have davened for trips to trips around the world, and I got a few. I had davened for items. I davened for my 3 pairs of tefillin, last 3 pairs of tefillin. I davened for them. You know, you can just daven to the Creator. He will help you. You know, you have to go before the Creator and argue with Him in all different forms, for sure. Like when I argue with the Creator for a pair of tefillin I needed. I said to the Creator, Papi, tefillin, I need tefillin. You want me to put tefillin. Not only that, but tefillin comes from tefillah. So I'm going to daven to you. Tefillah means prayer. I'm going to pray to you to provide for me the item that I need so I can pray to you the way you want me to pray. The outcome obviously was to receive a pair of tefillin. I did. And like that, it's been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of things that I daven for. Why not you? Why not you? Is exercising Emunah, living Emunah. Says Habakkuk, the just shall live by faith. The just shall live by faith. And like we said before in the 10 Commandments, the first commandment in the 10 Commandments is, I am Hashem your God. If He's your God, He will provide for you. It's that easy. Zero sophistication is that easy. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to make donations in the YouTube channel. There's a subscription button. Click it. And beside the subscription button, there's a little bell. Click it, and it will remind you every time we create new videos. Be'ezrat Hashem. Again, this is Yochanan. Kol Tuv.